Hey there, Andrew here, your Faithmade guide. In this tutorial, we are going to be looking at changing out the written content that we have on the website with your very own written content. There's a few areas that this is going to happen. The first is right here in the page builder. We're going to look at changing out this kind of information here. We're going to look at changing button text and button links. We're going to look at page titles from these images here, or this grid here, as well as like the same thing applies to sermon titles, and maybe a few other areas that we see along the way, such as the content that we have that applies to the whole website. So to get started, what I'm going to do first is show you how to change page titles. And so maybe we want our visit or our growth track. Maybe you don't have growth track, maybe you have next step. So let's go to growth track, and we're going to edit this page. And we're going to change this from growth track to next steps. While we're at it, let's just change out the featured image too. And I'm going to click update. Now, going to each page individually like that may take a little bit of time. So what instead we can do is we can go to pages. And this brings up a list of all the pages that we have for the website. So what we can quickly do here is click on quick edit, and we can change the title to, let's just say, plan a visit instead. And then we click update. Now let's go back to the front end, and you'll see where we've changed plan a visit and where we've changed next steps. So now we have plan a visit right here, and you can see we've changed next steps as well. And while we were there, little bonus, we changed the featured image to show in the page grid that we have. Next, we're going to look at changing out the information that we have on the website here. So we're going to click on the page builder. This is going to pull out the page builder interface. There will be a more in-depth video where we go through settings here, where we go through the different modules, rows, templates, and then saved areas that we have. But for this exercise, we're just going to look at not creating a bunch of new content. We want to get your Faithmade site up and running as soon as we can. And so in this tutorial, we're only looking at changing out the content that's already here. So the first thing we're going to do is look at this module right here. You can see this is called a call out module. And what it's going to pull up is the heading area right here. I don't have any text added because I didn't want any to show here. I don't want it to be busy. And then we also have the button link here, and we're going to change both of those. So you can change this to whatever you need to. I recommend giving a lot of thought to your headline. More people are going to see the headline on the front of your page than any other thing on your website, and you want it to capture people's attention immediately and be something compelling so that they take a next step, whether it's planning a visit or any other next steps that you have available. The next is the link here. So to change out this button text, we're going to click on link and then change the text here. Maybe you want this to say, listen to a message, and we can change the link to sermons. And once you're done with that, you click save. I'll scroll down a little bit, and it's the same kind of thing here. This is another call out module. And the pattern is the same throughout. When I'm in this general tab here, I can change the heading. And you can edit it right there. Or if you're the inline type, you can click on it over there. Now, this brings me to something that's important. So a few places in the site, you're going to see weird short codes like this. This is mostly in our pre-built stuff, in that you'll see that this pulls in the church name. So if I get rid of it, our church name here that we set in church info is Zoe Church. And so when I get rid of it, it takes away Zoe Church. When I paste it, it shows the weird stuff. But when I click save, it goes back to Zoe Church. So whenever you see those weird kind of short codes, we're looking for a better way to manage those and have them used throughout the website. But for the most part, you shouldn't have to really touch those. And if you just edit content around it, you'll be okay. And if you get into trouble, maybe you delete one by accident and you can't figure out how to get it back, just drop us a support email and we'll tackle it pretty quickly. If I scroll down again, same here, another callout module. Now here is a heading module. Same thing here, it shows the church name. You can change this other content though to whatever you need it to be. And then for forms, we have a subscribe form. This is just a test form and it goes to something like MailChimp or whatever you use. And you can select whatever form you want to display here. We're going to save that. And once we've edited the text on a page to be what we need to, we'll click Done Publish. Let's go to a few more pages real quick to look around. So one page you're probably going to want to update heavily is going to be your plan a visit page. You want to make sure that you're communicating your church in a way that is relevant and authentic. And so you'll probably want to change a lot of the text here. You'll notice that I have added a lot of text to every page instead of just the dummy text that is on many websites like this, because I wanted you to have some inspiration and something to get started with as soon as you get going, and you can see what a good plan your visit page looks like. Another area is the About page. Of course, you'll want to change your story from Zoe to whatever yours is. And next we have on this About page these tabs. So whereas here you just click on the callout module and update the text, on the tabs it works a little differently, or the accordion rather. So you'll see it says Jesus at the center. It's about life change. You would just edit that item and change the text to whatever you need to be and click save. Save. Below here I've added a bunch of, I say standard beliefs that Christ followers have. This is pretty non-denominational across the board, but feel free to, of course, change these to whatever you need them to be. And again, whenever you make changes, click Done Publish. And then here again, you'll see that this is there's a church name that should be there. I'm going to get rid of that. Done Publish. And there's one more place that you'll see some text that pulls in from the customizer. So let's open the page builder here again. One example is in these icons. So for this link, you can see it's already filled. It's already connected to that Facebook field. And here in the call out, you'll see that it's all the address information for the church. Same for the times there. You shouldn't have to touch it. A lot of that should update automatically. But one area also is the service time right here. You can see that it's already connected to the church meeting time. So whenever you see like a grayed out area like this that doesn't let you automatically just change the text, it means it's connected to something important on your website. For example, this one's connected to the service times. The same for a lot of the buttons throughout your website. You can see that this link is already connected. And this one, for example, is connected to your Maps link. So whatever link you added to the Google Maps link in the customizer when you were setting that up, that automatically shows up here. So there's places on the website where you can just click and type. And then there's also places on the website that's already connected to what it needs to be connected to. But it's pretty straightforward all the way around.